Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of the Agile Scrum. And today, what we are targeting, to enter and finish this uh, Agile Scrum part of BS Scrum combo training and enter into uh, be a part, that is business analysis. With this intent, we will begin this. And few things, if you find that we have repeated already, we have already covered, kindly let me know, especially for this match 16. And I know that you have joined recently when they have gotten the recording, and I'm really happy the way means you guys are going through the recording as well to pace up yourself. With this note, let me quickly ask you, anyone here for the first timer? Anyone first timer who is attending this live session for the first time with me and Prerna? Okay, so I'll take this silence as a no and will begin. But this note, may I request two different people to read these two different bullet points? Yeah, go ahead.
The product backlog. What is product backlog? Backlog. The product backlog is prioritized set of requests for desired product functionality and contains all necessary items to complete the. I'm not able to read that. I think your cursor
Prerna,
is on that.
could you remove the cursor from there, Prerna? Prerna, we can see your email address. Could you remove that cursor from there?
Sorry, Gaurav, can you please repeat?
Could you, yeah, now it's okay. Your cursor was pointing to your email address, so we could not read that. Yeah, go ahead.
So the product backlog is a prioritized set of requests for desired product functionality and contains all necessary items to complete the product release.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. And another person with another bullet point, please.
The product backlog
Mhm.
breaks down requests into a series of tasks for the development team and is an essential component to guide your agile development team.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So by now we have spoken a lot about product backlog item. And do you all understand that product backlog is the list of the features and the task or the listed broken down requirement of a bigger project? Do you all understand this?
Yes.
Yeah, anyone who does not understand this or have never heard about it, I believe everyone. Okay, again, I'll take this silence in agreement and will continue to explain this further. So as you have read in this that it is a prioritized set of requests. And do you know who prioritized it? Means generally who prioritized it?
Customer. Product owner.
Product
Both the
owner.
answers are correct. Both the answers are correct. First, of course, customer knows what they want. Okay. And with this approach, they definitely come to product owner and business analyst. Together, they sit and they define, okay, what exactly should get inside, what should get developed and should go out for customer. Sometime it may happen customer what want instead of that, from the system point of view, from the functional point of view, product owner may suggest something else. Okay, why you are planning to go ahead with this feature? Why don't you go ahead with this feature? So with this meeting and brainstorming, product owner decides what exactly customer should requires to be delivered with. Okay, and then he has the list of all the priority functionality and he will continue to go ahead uh, the prioritizing work. Okay, go ahead with the prioritizing the work. And that's when you're seeing the product backlog stack feature A, B, C, and so on. So in this product backlog, there is a concept called backlog grooming as well. So first product log is defined, prioritized, and it is estimated in which meeting do you know when the estimation we get?
Planning.
Again,
In the
Scrum.
planning, sprint planning.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. In sprint planning meeting, and while this continue to execute, this guy has time. Business analysts have whenever they have the time, they continue to pick up some features from upcoming sprint. They continue to work upon them, expand it, so that it will be quite easy when all the team member will sit and discuss the next sprint. So that exactly happens in the backlog grooming. Okay, this is all about the product backlog, how it is taken care of. Now, so in product backlog, everything is almost prioritized item, of course, in order. And few items are always picked in the sprint planning meeting. Not all the items can be picked up. Okay. And based on the set and plan, um, you know, set and plan, excuse me, set and plan time frame, we decide to deliver and we deliver that. So we can move to the next slide, Prerna. And guys, you will be seeing me going suddenly on mute and coming back with unmute. So it is because my throat is a little not so good. So I will just mute myself for that moment. Yeah. So I want how many people? Six different people to read each bullet point for me, please. Yeah, start. You don't have to wait for anyone else to
As a
read.
product owner, you are responsible for product backlog management to maximize the value of the product.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aditi, for reading this out. Anyone else for the second?
The product backlog is a single source of truth which contains all the work to be done on the product.
Thank you, Olu. And the third one, anyone?
You will have to make some choices about what to build first and what to build later, but also what to build and what not to build.
Thank you, Ritika, for reading this out. So, yeah, the fourth one.
The main tool to manage the product and gain predictability is the backlog.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Malavika, for reading this. The fifth person with the fifth bullet point.
But if it grows uncertainly, the value to provide generous.
Okay. Thank you, Kavi, for reading this out. And the last one who can read?
I will read. An unreasonably long backlog is a major pain point for many agile teams. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shilpa, for reading this out. Yeah. So by now you are pretty much clear with product backlog as well as what it takes product owner to really manage them. Okay. The whole idea is not just to deliver, actually provide the value, okay, value of the product what customers are looking. See, you are not paid to work in today's industry. If you are working with this intention to work, you cannot work for longer. Trust me, you can write it down. It's all about adding the value. If you will have such intent and you will develop such intent, you will play longer and you will last longer. Okay, so that's the whole idea in this IT industry, and especially with agile delivery approach. And yes, it says absolutely right that is product backlog, which is considered as a Bible, Quran, Gita, everything. And that's when it says that single source of truth. Okay. And it has all the requirement, every single thing that customer wants to be delivered. So if you need to refer all the functionality, go back to list of the product backlog, not necessarily as you know that on the entire list you will start working, but definitely on whatever area you are working, those are the prioritized one. Okay. And when you are prioritizing, you are knowing that what is coming immediately to deliver, what may come later to deliver. So being aware about these idea will make you more responsive, will help you to connect the dots in terms of, showcasing the logic behind the work that has been done. Okay, you will find yourself always top of the game. Um, Okay, I'll come to you, Olu. Okay. And The thing is that if you are not taking things in a prioritized way, there are chances, and it will be headache for the product owners, that if you are not controlling it, monitoring it, you will find this is ending up towards having no control. It will bleed. As it mentions here, that it goes controllably. Uh, and that may be the pen to the neck. Okay, so this is the so this is what the summary of this slide. Yeah, Olu, you have a question, you can go ahead and ask, please.
I just want to ask, at any point during the sprint planning meetings, will there be discussion of how long the whole project is going to take, or is it that, you know, how each sprint is going to take between 1 to 4 weeks, you just keep going and going and going until you complete the whole project?
Rajni, you want to say something against the answer? Okay, I don't. Okay, so Olu, let me help me to understand your question. You're asking that in any point of time in the sprint planning meeting, all the team members are informed about how long the entire project would be and how long the sprint would be.
No,
Is
I
that your
know
question?
each sprint is supposed to take 1 to 4 weeks, which will be decided during each of the meetings. But the whole project, you know, is it like
Yeah.
they will discuss as in at what point will they know how long the whole project is going to take? Maybe the whole project is going to take 6 months or 1 year.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
each sprint is going to take 1 to 4 weeks, or is it just going to? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So before I answer you this question, good question, let me ask you this question. May I know why you are asking this question?
It's just out of curiosity, you know, I was listening to all the previous recording, and you know, I just want to know that, because you know the each sprint is going to take 1 to 4 weeks until the whole product backlog is finished. So I just
Yeah,
want to know, is it going to whatever time it takes to complete the whole thing, is it just going to continue like that, or
yeah.
there's a set timeline for finishing the whole project, then everything will now be broken down into each sprint backlog and then be completed as we go?
Thank you so much, Olu, for asking this. There is a reason I laughed behind it. Before I share that, I want to ask here someone. I know that many of you are coming from the background, IT background as well. And yeah, so anyone would like to answer this? What could be the interesting answer of this? How long project is going to get paid when it is decided, and when it is told, and when it is shared? Okay,
A
so
complete project can ever be done, but but each, as we are delivering working software every sprint, uh, only we can uh, predict that one only. But the completion of entire project, not sure, not predictable.
yeah, thank you so much for adding this perspective, Malavika. So yeah, so understand this way. First, I'll tell you why I laughed. I laughed because there are two type of people. Okay, one is deputed at the product development, or say at the project, and they continue to work. Okay, and they are not even aware how long they are going to work in this project. That's number one. Number two, there is another person who approaches to the product owner and get it clarified how long this plan is. Okay, and he gets the answer. That's number two. Number three, people are well aware who are the curious. They go to the plan, the entire plan, and they assess how the roadmap is designed. They go and refer to the roadmap document, milestone document, or release planning document, and there everything is pretty much clear that how long it is going to get. So that's the third approach. Fourth approach is that it is considered that uh, you know uh, product backlog is never over. Okay, ideally. Why? Depending upon your performance and depending upon your quality work, you continue to add value. What do you add, everyone?
Values.
Yeah.
Value.
Yeah.
Value.
Value.
Yeah, and it has to be synced in everyone's mind, because if you go out of this alignment of the value, you will not end up actually adding the value. In fact, sometimes it has been seen without this intent or approach. Customer has experienced the quoted word, which is called "not so good" is garbage. Okay, which they reject immediately. So if you continue to add value, you continue to get work, you continue to get enhancement, you continue to, your product backlog will continue to evolve. However, we will have a certain timeline, but this will, as per the release planning document, and if you once ask to product owner, you will get the answer. Or in case you refer to the project, this product backlog release planning document, you will get your answer. That's the second. And third, it will never going to end if you are continue to add the value, and don't start approaching the project in a way, okay, then if it is not going to end ever, why to add value? Because at the end, the moment you will come back out of the project, there will be always fear of getting fired will be there, because there is no work in hand. Are you getting, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. And was your question answered, Alu?
Yes, I just want to ask something.
Yeah.
Just because of what you just said now, that if you continue to add value, but normally the client will have a budget, and I think with
Yeah.
yeah, so how will that factor into adding value? Continue to add value, and then the cost will be like going up and up and up. So I think there will have to be a point where
Yeah.
the project has to be finalized, and or whether it's in phases. If the first phase has been completed, customer is satisfied, then they want to go to the next phase, or
Yeah. Yeah. Very good question. And yeah, so very well thinking process. Olu, yeah, you are right. So sometimes we work in the phases as well. Client have the limited budget sometime. But can you tell me from where client get the budget? They spend generally from their pocket, or how it is?
Okay.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Shareholders.
It's a
Okay.
shareholder or company.
Shareholder, company, or sponsors. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So generally they find the sponsor, so that your product gets delivered. It all depends upon the performance. If it does well, continue to give them the experience of the value. They can seek more sponsors. Okay, there won't be the lack of sponsors in future or further. Okay, but even the product is not adding the value, even the existing sponsor will not be happy, and there the limitation of the budget will come. Otherwise, the more popular and the more performing your product will be, it's quite easy to pump in budget as well. Otherwise, everything will go in limitation, and of course, for everything there is expiry date.
Okay.
Yeah, Olu, is it making some sense to answer to your question?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So can we proceed further?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's flip the slide. Prerna, could you please flip the slide? Yeah, thank you. So what you see is the typical picture of the multiple times appearing the framework. The SCRUM framework will have the stacked prioritized item, and these are taken inside the sprint planning meeting. They announce the sprint duration. This is 4 weeks, that is 5 working days, that is 20 days. And every single day they are meeting with the stand-up uh, towards making the delivery. Okay. Making the delivery happen. In the sprint review, it is checked, and it gets delivered. And in sprint retrospective, we we introspective. In fact, what went well, what did not go well. Uh, so this is the crux of this slide. Can we move to the next one, Prerna? Yeah. So have we not completed this, or we have in the past? I believe so. No? Okay. So I'll
No,
quickly go
Gaurav,
ahead.
we have gone through in detail, but this line by line we are going. Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. So I'll bring the summary of it, okay, that you need to do. You know by now the first bullet point is setting up the priorities. Okay, keeping your product backlog as slickiest, as thinnest, or as thinnest that it can be executed, because someone asked earlier, I don't know, in this class or somewhere else, that what if we realize that we cannot deliver some item? Okay, you can only realize if you have not, you know, figured out your, user story well. Okay, and you find that the scope of scope of it breaking further is still there. That is time you find it is not manageable. So here is the instruction. Instruction or tips for the product owner to keep the product backlog manageable, and while it is taking into consideration, continue to review it. Sometimes you find that a few backlogs are considered or taken up while upgrading or developing the existing ones. That time you find that something is duplicated, you can simply unnecessary item you can remove from the stack or mark it done as with the comment if it is already deleted or if it is duplicate. Okay, so which wherever you find that in the backlog item, like in user stories, the details are not yet added and it is to be added here, and your stakeholders or vendors or your team cannot understand that it is not yet ready, few information is still missing from the customer, let's not add into the sprint backlog meeting, okay, until it is ready. Okay, uh, okay, further tips again, always prioritize, and without it is without you are not until you are not looking forward to work upon some item, please do not add them in the backlog item. Uh, the another thing is that it's not the product owner who will do all the item by themselves. Okay, continue to review the timeline, that is it going as per the plan or not, and yeah, so one backlog item, one product, and one delivery mission. That should be your goal, and you should continue further and it's graduate accordingly. We can move to the next slide, Reina.
So may I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the product backlog management ideally should happen throughout the sprint, right? It's not like it's just only during sprint planning. Refining it and managing it happens throughout the sprint by the PO. Is that correct?
Could you please repeat? I missed some point at the starting.
Sure. So the product backlog management does not only happen during sprint planning. It's supposed to happen throughout the sprint. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, because you need to review as a product owner. It should not go as without any integration. It should not go out of sequence. Okay, so this review process itself is a part of it will be called as a you have an eye on the product backlog management. Okay, the more you are prioritizing, okay, as per the need, as per the requirement, informing customer back and forth that this is what we had planned to deliver, but as per the available functionality and the speed and the prioritize changes and your demand on what. So not necessarily that day one what you had decided it is going to be at day 15 as well. It may get changed because product owner is always in conversation with the customer. So yeah, so reviewing part is the job of product owner, and while you are reviewing, you continue to manage until product gets over or project gets over.
Okay, so on average, if you were to say how often would the product owner, how many hours would the product owner spend per week or per day on product backlog management?
So it's ongoing activity. It's not that one finding you decide and you go ahead and do the product backlog management. A product owner has to dedicate some time. He can definitely set up the calendar any specific day. Say, for example, just a day prior to the release or something, and or in mid of the sprint, and then they continue to decide. That's number one. Number two, not it is not hard and fast that this is the time only you are going to give for this. Sometime before you go to the client meeting also, sometime client gives you request to meet for getting the updates and all. And then that time before going, you definitely plan and you go ahead. Sometimes with in the meeting with the client, you do the changes and all. So this is just ongoing process. It is not just in the Scrum framework, a dedicated time given to product owner that this is the time where you decide and do and perform and execute and inform. So this is not something like that. If you are expecting such kind of answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then generally is it advisable that the product owner sit with the development team and the rest of the Scrum team, including Scrum Master, to kind of go through the product backlog every now and then when he's doing the product
Yeah.
backlog
So
management?
understand this idea. Okay. See, it's all what is agile? Agile is a thought process. Agile is a thought leadership. So in this approach, what happens? People coming on some various thought leadership from XYZ industry, say for example, there they have experience that agile experiences said that something happened in this way. And, okay, and in their company, retrospective meeting was always missed. Okay,
Yes.
the similar culture they will expect into the another ABC company where they are going, and they may means clearly tell there, okay, not necessarily we have to have this meeting unnecessarily, just spend an hour or so and complete it. Okay, in some company you say that Scrum Bun approach has taken. See, whole idea behind Agile is that delivery has to be faster, delivery has to be incremental. Agile is totally about the adaptability. It doesn't bind you towards any specific framework. Hey, you choose this direction. Otherwise, the whole ideology of Agile will be missed if you are not ready to be flexible enough to respond to the changes to the delivery. Okay, it's all about your speedy delivery, incremental delivery, not be rigid on the process. Okay, but sometimes we are so much rigid because we are coming from one organization, what there we have experience. The similar thing is not followed, and we go little bit feel rejected, rigid, and not in align or in sync with the new company, and thereby we keep on. I'm not talking about you, Miss. This has been my observation. We keep on cribbing or we keep on complaining. This is not how the agile is approached. This is not how the agile has to work. And we try to put the similar ideology what we had experienced in the previous organization. No, remember always it's all about speedy delivery, incremental delivery, quality delivery. Okay, with that value addition.
All right.
Got
Thank you.
got
Yes.
it?
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Olu, you have more question, guys. Okay, Olu, you ask this question, and I would recommend you all to ask any question towards the end. Otherwise, what will happen? What we have decided, we won't end up covering that. Okay. Today, as I'm not traveling, so it's okay. I can cover as much as possible. Otherwise, tomorrow I have planned to travel, so I will be speaking for very limited time. So yeah. So Olu, go ahead, ask your question, and then we'll request others to ask any question towards the end. Yeah, Olu, over to you. You can unmute and speak up, please. Olu, we are waiting for you to unmute and speak up, please.
Oh, sorry. It's on the current point we're discussing, tips for product backlog management. One of the points says stick to one product backlog. Is there a reason where there will be more than one product backlog?
Yeah, say for example, you are coming from XYZ project. There are chances you have the complete release plan, and you know that what will be the upcoming project. And the whole idea is that your energy is getting shifted towards the past project or the upcoming project. Okay. and
Okay.
that is taking out your attention, your time, energy, and everything. So that's when it comes into the picture where you read that, okay, stick with the one product backlog. Don't
Okay.
it's all the game of the focus. Okay, you
Okay.
may end up mixing multiple things. Okay,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Sometime, as I keep on saying that product larger requirement getting broken into the smaller, actionable, doable item, and you end up updating and creating user story. So sometimes you don't find everything is user story, because uh, with user story, when it talks the theory, ultimately it has to do with the action item. Okay. So you will find activities, tasks, subtasks. So not everything has to be the user story. What does it mean to? Okay. You include features, sub features, everything. You may not find, you may simply find a deployment item. Sometime it has been deployment date or deployment ticket has simply straight away assigned to the DevOps team or a deployment team. It is not coming from any uh, user stories. So it doesn't mean that it won't be worked upon. It doesn't mean that it won't be taken up for towards the completion. So likewise, you need to think, and you should be top of it. That what all you have included in the product backlog item. As see, the answer is coming here. I think Tasasya has this question that how long product owner will be spending time. So reordering the product backlog is continuous process where you continue to reorder, you recheck. The product backlog should not be complete. That's the good idea if you are getting more orders. Okay, you need to focus why you are doing that so that your how gets very easy, and where to deliver, what to deliver will bring more clarity. When it says put it on the wall, it means that you can utilize physical Kanban board where everything is visible. Interestingly, I talk about this. Okay, I generally I'm coming with the concept when it comes to this second last bullet point. There is more than customer or business value. Okay, and for that very reason, I say that fire all the CEOs and hire CDOs. Do you understand what do I mean by CDO? I believe that many of you are already knowing this term.
Yes.
Okay, Madhavika, thank you so much. So this is self-coined terminology from my end. Yeah, it's not just about giving the customer product or the services and adding the value. Connect and develop a relationship in a way that you become the point of reference for them. You become the talk of town for them because of your presence, they are giving you the business. So can you develop such a relationship? And that makes you write CDO. Okay, I'm thinking to write an article on this very, very soon. CDO is equal to customer delight officer. Okay, so approach any task with this intention, and you will end up having more work and more money as well, because more work will lead to more money for sure. Okay, have we already worked upon? Okay, just put it on the wall. There is more. Keep stakeholders updated. Of course, as a product owner, you need to know who is doing what. If some information is coming, or you need to update to customer. Okay, how the things are moving, going on, and take update from them as well. If they were supposed to answer on some item, if they are not giving the answer, how long they will take, so that your things will continue to move, your plan will continue to move in the your milestone, in the direction of the milestone. Can we move to the next slide? Are we yet to have we not yet covered the self-organizing team part? Prerna, I think we had covered self-organizing and cross-functional in the earlier one.
Yeah, we did.
We have covered, no? So, okay, we can move to the next slide. And Prerna, if you will allow, I can share the screen. The slide is open in front of me.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'll give me a second.
Okay, so someone had asked me to share the 20 minutes of what? 20 minutes
Gaurav,
of
can you try sharing?
yeah, I will try to share. So someone had reminded me, and thank you so much for reminding, to share the recording of velocity and capacity video, and somehow I could not share that with you. I'm going to share that soon, and in fact today itself. I mean, I believe that when you will wake up, you will have that because the topic we are going to share is this. Okay, it's more towards the planning and estimation. Okay, let me see anything else is there before it. Okay, yeah, planning and estimation. So what you see here. So generally, a project's coming in. So you are given a big vision why you need to do that. Okay, and based on such vision, you will receive some document from the customer, like statement of work or something like that. And based on that, you develop the release plan where the roadmap is decided and the release milestone is very much clear. And based on those releases, you come up with the iteration where you define all the, sprint duration. Okay, sprint duration you will come up with, and then based on those activities assigned, you continue to have your stand-up meeting. Remember how it is going. So this is just a symbolic representation over here that at the end every single day you talk about the activities you have performed, task, every single hour how much you have contributed. It will continue to add up towards the completion of the task that will come up under the iteration towards the. So here, say for example, multiple weeks you have given, 2 or 3 or whatever, and the release is going to get completed, and thereby your multiple user stories are getting completed. That is the release date. It is meeting the criteria, say for example monthly. If it is a longer project, multiple user stories and features and epics, you are marking them towards the done. You are completing one milestone, one roadmap, say for example. And say for example, these are the 3 user stories. Say for example, 4 sprints you are contributing towards 1 quarter or something like that. You are adding value to that. And if it is multiple year long project, thereby you are meeting the vision. So this is how the representation is that. So exactly what happens, you are very much clear not only the user story which you have developed, against which what all the acceptance criteria you're going to achieve. And now in sprint planning meeting, you will develop and talk about the frequency, how it goes. Like Olu has the question as well. So product owner can declare how long this project is in the first sprint meeting or something like that. And in the sprint planning meeting, he generally gets the update or estimates from the from whom? From team members. Now, there are multiple ways, tons of the method towards doing the planning and estimation. Uh, Amongst them, we will get to see few of them. Okay, not all those which are available. And for that, let's move to this. Okay. So here is the in similar manner it is there. It has been written. This is the 5 levels of agile planning, where how to write a vision, you can say vision document or vision lines. It is very much clear, just like elevator pitch. Okay, so before we do that, here it is what it is trying to tell you why we are doing that. By the way, everyone is connected and able to understand so far, because you are not asking question. So I know that you are going to ask the question towards the end. But are you able to understand, connect, and relate? So far, so good, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. And excuse me, I won't be asking more question to you because of this throat. Okay. So yeah. So with vision, you are very much clear that what you are going to develop, who will develop, which company or which project owner or something, why you are doing, what are the constraint or assumption you are coming up with. With the roadmap, you are complete completing the dates, theme, feature set, objective, and you decide here the development approach while you are declaring the milestone. In the release planning, you talk about the iteration, capacity of team, all the stories which are involved, and you prioritize and talk about the size and estimation and definition of done of it. Your excellence criteria will be clear. You use the stories, task and definition of done, level of effort, require commitment, everything against the user story, you can get it, the information. Okay. Um, and daily planning, here in the daily scrum meeting, you talk about it, what you did, what you are going to do, and anything is stopping you from doing. Okay. So in a rhythmic manner, you can remember this daily scrum meeting output as next state, last state, bottleneck. Okay. So with this note, let me quickly tell you this, how this vision is written, vision document, which has been advised. So, can someone read this one bullet point for me? The first one.
The simplest way to capture your vision is to use the elevator pitch format from Jeffrey Moore, template from Crossing the Chasm.
Yeah, Crossing the Chasm is a book where he has introduced about 30 seconds of elevator pitch. So, writing this vision for your project where you know that what you have to decide, who is the target customer, okay? Statement of the need of the opportunity, the name of the product and the category, and its benefit, compelling reason to buy, unlike a primary competitive alternate, our product, statement of primary differentiation. Okay, now let's try to attempt this, okay, so that you will get the idea. Say, for example, my target customer is those parents who want to always give they are always in rush, they don't have time, and they want always to bring, organic product in their home, and they also want to save more time, and they want something healthy for their children so that when their family feel always fulfilled, and for that they decide, okay, let's go ahead and buy the um, Maggie as a brand new Nestle product. Not new, but brand known Nestle product. That's right. You all know about Maggie, right? Say yes or no if you don't
Yes.
know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much. So my target customer is the parents. So for working parents who statement of the need or opportunity, who wants to save the time and uh, feel proud for taking care of their family. Let's talk about the product name. So I am creating a Grudel. Grudel is the name of the product. Okay. Grudel is coming from, I have picked up G from the Maggie. Maggie, and for organic, I have picked O and R. Okay. But I reverse them to make it more great. And it is under the product category. It is under the noodle product, noodle category. So the product name is Grudel, is a noodle. The product name is product name. Let me read that again. For working parents who want to take care of their family and still want to save more time without spending more time to the cooking, the product name Noodle is a organic noodle. That key benefit is that comes with nutrition and more product, more fiber, more minerals in it, and this is the way of organic. Compelling reason to buy is that this is um, this is easy to buy and easy to consume, easy to prepare, and it doesn't have the long expiry date as such. It is always available on demand, that you can demand from any app. Unlike Maggie, that is the primary competitive alternative, our product statement of primary differentiation is always available on the fingertip through this app. They provide you app as well. Isn't it sounding more compelling to buy? That it is giving you organic way, it is giving you always available task, it is giving you the more authenticity by having the low um, expiry date. You can consume immediately whenever you feel like having it through a specific app. It will be always available, it will always be made available for you. So this company is coming up with this vision. Don't you think that such company will be accepted by the masses more, by such a target audience? What do you think about it? Yeah,
Yes.
but not here that how you are, whether you are approachable, whether you will be consumed as a product owner or not, or your product will be or not. The whole idea which I demonstrated over here, that how you can write a vision. Made some sense to all of you, everyone? How you're going to think about it? Yeah, say yes if you are understanding it.
Yes.
And be
Yes.
okay. So you can be fast responder so that I can cover a lot. So yeah, we can move to the next slide, Prerna. Okay, sorry, I have control. So yeah, roadmap. So I want someone to read this first bullet point for me, please.
With the vision published and accepted by all, the roadmap will serve as the next building block to ensure alignment to the original vision. This roadmap is the mean to be used as a tool to organize high-level pieces of the product. These can be business features and or architectural components that must be understood in terms of their values and dependencies.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. Now, coming back to the similar vision, say for example, this Groodle came to us for developing the app for which we were talking about. So Groodle requires the addition of the product. Groodle requires availability of the availability of the product in terms of stock. Groodle will require the nearby store of it. Groodle will require that how they can be approached as soon as possible. They must have the customer data. They must have, leverage for adding more customer or having the existing customer, add multiple luring ways to give more services. So these all things will be broken down in terms of in terms of the various components that requires to be developed, and they will Groodle company, to them you can give the multiple approaches, okay, multiple items or multiple release date on which you are going to deliver with what all functional they will require. And this is how you have the complete entire ready uh, release plan, and what is the highest immediate required functionality the customer is looking for. Even you are aware, and in that direction you can continue to move, and you can give them the dates how it is available. Okay, so are you able to relate with the similar example that I was referring to the app in the vision and creating the roadmap against that? Yes? Yeah? Say yes or no, whatever comes in your mind. If you are able to understand, say yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And
Is it okay to ask a question?
yeah, go ahead if it is shorter. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I understand. I understood the vision and everything, but primarily when the customer is coming to us, that is for an app development, right?
Mhm.
That so the vision is something which the company already has. They know they want to create this need in the market. They have their own business plan and everything. But for us, we are just going to focus. I mean, our goals would eventually be aligned to just come up with the app. That's it, right?
Yeah. So do you mean to say it's it is not sense worthy to know the vision of the company? It's okay when it is coming for the app, we can go ahead and contribute. Why to spend time to knowing company's vision or something? I don't think that it is really relevant for the people who are just developing the app or something like that. This is what you mean?
No. My question is no. Of course, if you want to make an app for someone, you need to know you can cater them better if you understand what they want and how they're focusing, what they want to target. But what I'm trying to, I'm just getting a little confused that when we talk about the vision here, it's like they already came to you that this is our vision and everything, and then we will have understandings of it, and then according to that, we will come up with a product for them. That is what I'm going to say. Or is it that we would be integrated with them from the very beginning?
No, I mean, where is the confusion I'm trying to understand? You know that vision will be developed by customer. Okay,
Yeah.
they must have written the vision in this manner. Even if they have not written, as a product owner, you can understand it and you can see. Sometime a company will have the 7-liner vision. Are you really going to read them and understand? See, the whole idea behind writing the vision and here sharing the vision with you, so that you have the clarity for whom it is served. You have the clarity that what is the need in the market. You have the clarity, the category of it. You have the clarity what the key benefit they are going to give to their customer. You will have the clarity of their competition, and you will have the clarity how it is different than existing one. And when you will have such clarity, of course you will deliver the better version, of course. But with the sometime what happens, 7-liner vision may sound theory, but may not bring such clarity. As a product owner, it's your job to derive the vision in this manner, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, making
Yeah.
sense to your question,
Yeah.
bringing some clarity.
Yes. Now it
Yeah.
helps. Thank you.
So not necessarily in this elevator pitch manner, you will find the vision from customer. Yeah, but
Okay.
you have to make it in your own. Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. So, so this was the roadmap with the example of app you are developing and making it ready, declaring the dates for the release and all. So this will be made available to the client and to expect what upon. Okay, so let's talk about the release now. So can someone read about the first bullet point for me, please?
Instead of writing detailed requirements of the entire roadmap, this next level of planning only focuses on the upcoming release, which corresponds to a quarter or whatever dimension used in your roadmap. The goal of the release is to produce a backlog of work that is represented by a list of user stories that are estimated, prioritized, and ordered.
Yeah, thank you so much for reading this out. So it is always seen that, gone are those days when you used to develop a big documents as business analyst and used to go ahead in the detail of the requirement. I hope you still can see my screen. Yeah.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. So the whole idea is that what I was telling, that gone are the days when you used to develop the bulky requirement document. Now is the time when everything can turn into ticket. Okay. And say, for example, I'm going to share in front of you the Jira dashboard. Okay. Okay, here you see the timeline. Okay, when things are getting produced, what things are going to come up. Okay, when you are creating everything, will you wait for such a bulky document? No, the whole idea is that start digitizing everything. So can those requirements be written under any epic? As one epic can have multiple stories. Just click on the create button, and you will have the authority and availability of the ticket which you want to create under Apex some user story. You can link up them. Okay, write the summary of it and get into the details of it. The say for example here one is written by default. Okay, and then assign it to someone. So this is how you can continue to upload. Say for example, if no customer wants from your end one document to be available. So what you can do, you can write a new user story dedicated or one epic or one task or one feature written towards, excuse me.
Gaurav, let me know when you want to take a water break. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So you can develop it over here and you can attach the relevant document over here. Okay. So This is how you can develop and assign to the customer. That's one way. The second one way is that you can now the Atlassian. So Jira is the product of the Atlassian, and Atlassian has Confluence. Confluence is a word processing software where you can continue to write the release details and requirement details just like you handle in the Microsoft Word or Google Docs or something like that. But you can always quote each and every single ticket inside Confluence, and with Confluence, you will have the access to every single user story or test item. Like here, when you develop any ticket, so these tickets in the corporate language, this will be called sometime candidate. You will hear from product owner referring to, okay, what happened to this candidate? Where does it come? What happened to this guy? Where does it come? What happened to this ticket? So these are frequently used terminology, ticket, guy, candidate, that you will happen to hear from them, from product owner. And this is how you can develop quickly. So how you will, why I'm showing you, because soon you will be handling in various teams,
Gaurav,
various project. Yeah.
I think you're trying to show the Jira board, but training slide is what
Oh
showing on
no.
the screen.
So I asked someone, so sorry. Yeah. So here you come. What I just quickly say that here there is Jira dashboard. Here you see the timeline. Okay. Let me repeat that what I said. Okay, so you need to develop the larger the requirement would be, the more visible the timeline would be, and you will have the visibility of the Kanban board like this. I hope now you can see the Jira dashboard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
visible now.
yes, it's
Yeah.
visible.
So you, if you choose to create tickets, you can go ahead, just mark create, select the project wherein you are working. From here, you can create the epics. Under one epic, you can create multiple user story like this. In user story, you can definitely write the summary of it, and more details. See how it is written in the format of user story format, and then go ahead and attach attach any document if you want to from here, or when you will expand, you will find it here from where you can attach the document or something like that. Okay, and assign it to the right person. Okay, so this is how you can develop just like from the create button. I was talking about the Confluence. So Confluence, I'm not showing it over here. It's just like a word processing document like Google Docs or something. So this is how you can do that. Param has some question. Yeah, Param.
Sorry, actually, that was my son's name. I didn't change. I'm Kavita. So, my question is, what is this Jira dashboard? I don't have experience
Okay,
using it and
so
also hearing about it.
have you gone through the first and second or third videos?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so there we have talked about the various tools. We asked you to explore some tools. Based on that, Malavika came up with recently one with the two. She mentioned two tools. One was Asana and one was Trello. So from where she was coming when I gave the assignment. Okay, you need to work on these, any one of the tool of your choice. And there, this Jira mentions as a project management tool. So whatever Kanban mode you can see multiple times what we have explained, it should be visible on a physical board like this to do in progress testing or review and then done. You can simply drag and drop. If something is completed like this, you can go ahead and mark it into completed if it is at all completed. Okay, and then you can continue to move. Like it moved and it got closed, I know that it is ready to close, so I just move it like that. This is how you can play in the Kanban board. You can add multiple candidates, okay, from here. So I have already explained few of tools that you would require as a business analyst or Scrum Master or project a member to work upon. So Jira is one of them, the most popular. And like Jira, there are multiple another popular tools are there on which you would be working. So are you able to connect back to those
Yeah.
that
Got it. It's
recording
basically a
where?
tool. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, good. So any further question in this? If not, we can move ahead. We have very less time to complete a lot. Okay. So, so who is this? Param, what you said your name is? Could you rename yourself? Otherwise, I will end up
I am
calling
doing
you.
that. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
doing that. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's move to the topic back.
Gaurav, sorry, I got an urgent call. Have I missed on something?
No, no, no. I have not yet mentioned your name. So, yeah, I was explaining Jira just now, done with explaining Jira.
Yes, yes, but yeah, no presentation. That's why I just checked with you.
No problem. Yeah, sure. So here, see, this is the release management cycle. As a product owner, you need to just be remembering that, yeah, you continue to manage, plan, schedule, control, and let it test by your team and then move it to deploy and continue to manage. So as I said earlier, after each deployment, you can go through your product backlog. Okay. If time permits before sprint planning meeting, you can just have a look at it, schedule it in a meeting or not, and then you need to tweak on something. So that is the representation of release management cycle from product owner point of view. Now here it comes to the explanation on the iteration. So just a second. Okay, iteration as it says that let me enhance this further. Okay, there is a user story that will be defined by business analyst. You continue to plan in the sprint planning meeting when it will be developed and has and then get tested. So testing and development will come together because the testing team will have the planning phase going on and development team will continue to develop and they will execute their testing against the acceptance criteria written against each user story. And in the sprint review meeting, you will review in front of the client and then you let it deliver. And the similar thing you will do for every single user story. And together, say for example, you have decided in this sprint or in this iteration, we are going to deliver 3 user story, 4 user story. Okay. So together it is called as iteration. Okay. So multiple cycles leading towards the one iteration. So as it says that an iterative approach simply means that the work is time boxed into the set length of the time. So it is the another terminology for the time box sprint. Okay, so to which you will happen to hear more about the cycle or the iteration. Now coming back to the daily stand-up, I have already covered that. Okay, you talk about what you did in the last date, what you are planning to do in the next date, and any impediment you have found that you need to inform to the Scrum Master. I have also mentioned in the earlier few days ago that how to write a user story. The format is like this: as an actor, I can do this action so that this value will be added. Okay, so this is how the another representation as a who I can do what, and so that uh, why will be completed. Now, like user story, many of you came up with the acceptance criteria, but it was accepted. But there is another way to even to write users to, acceptance criteria as well. So it happens in this in given when then format. So given fly agile airlines bronze member when they need to get the 50% discount, then they choose to travel, they require to choose to travel in less than 1,000 miles only, okay, as a bronze membership. So this is how you can continue to develop the acceptance criteria. Given a fly agile bronze member when check their milestone or their um, miles, when they are checking their miles, then they need to log in the similar context. They will write they need to you know uh, get authenticated. They need to then they need to able to search for the search for the itinerary and all. So this is how you continue to develop the acceptance criteria. So when we were developing the user story, so this fashion you can adopt, but this is not hard and fast until your organization asks. Okay. and then coming to this various method. Okay, so first you need to know the story point. The story point defines the complexity. Okay, complexity of the user story or the feature you are developing. Generally you will find it in the Fibonacci series. In what series, everyone?
Fibonacci series.
Yeah, so Fibonacci series where your previous two two numbers are added. Say for example 1 hour or 1 hour, then the next will be 2 3, and the next will be 5 8 or so on. So these are the number defining the complexity of the work item, or say the requirement, or broken down the requirement. So each user story or each ticket will have their story point. So this method is called as story sizing technique, and based on that there is one estimation technique to which we call it as a poker planning technique. What we call it as, everyone?
Poker planning.
Yeah, so in this technique, what happens, your multiple team members are sitting together, and if you are in one room, literally you will have the such cards. Yeah, such cards are there that based on the complexity, what you feel that requires to be put in front of everyone. Say, for example, you require to develop one user story where you need to update and functionality where customer wants that this is, say, for example, what should I tell you? Say, for example, there is an app, and that coming back to this Groodle example requires to track whether the updates of the delivery requested and delivery done. If these functionality requires to be updated, the integration with the map will also be there. Okay, how long do you think as a business analyst require this uh, analysis and design to develop? Okay, with the complete chart and complete flow. As a business analyst, you can choose any number. The highest the number will be, further down it will be attempted to bring towards in a day. Say for example 20, if you are trying to indicate, it will go towards 2.5 day or something. So how the days will be taken when it is it is coming closer towards this will you can take as a representation in hour up to it, but more it will go, then you will divide in multiple days. Okay, so say for example two people have given 40 means um, it can be 5 working days for them. Okay, but say for example one has given 5, one has given 8, so you are not going to consider the 5 and 8. You can simply take, as a product owner, you can take the average out of it and you can declare, okay, this functionality requires somewhere 7 hours to be developed, and you continue to, because one has given 5, one has given 8, so you decide upon that. So here the whole idea is to define the story sizing. Okay, and based on that you can come play the poker planning. Sometime in online world also you play that, and as I gave the example of business analyst, likewise the developer team comes in, come forward and they play this game and give their estimation. The another idea is very rare you'll find, but in a fancy manner now, few product company continues to play this game. Okay, uh, excuse me. So the another one is called as t-shirt sizing technique. Okay, in this technique, what happens? You just simply define how the project is, how the user story is, or how any requirement is. Either it can be extra small, that is representing towards 1 to 2 hours, small up to 3 or 4 hours. Medium will go to 4 to 5 hours. Large is going to be 6 to 8 hours, and Excel is going to be 1.5 day or so. So based on that, you decide that what is the complexity with using t-shirt sizing technique. Likewise, there is a dot voting technique in that you have the multiple user story written in the sticky notes, and there you have to go ahead and the put your dots that what do you think that as per you how complex it is, and the more subjective it will become written in front of you, your one dot will represent to a few hours or so you can define the, but the whole idea in the entire industry, what is famous today is called as Delphi. So Delphi, or sometimes people say Delphi technique. Okay. So this Delphi technique is the experience based. Now that you will be joining as a lateral, okay, always you can go ahead with your gut feeling that what exactly you want to quote. Okay, for that, you can give certain reason that why you are quoting these many hours. So this is what means in my 20 years of experience, I have seen only once or twice the poker planning was played. I have not yet seen the story point to for this t-shirt sizing or dot voting, but yeah, most of the time it has worked. Delphi, using Delphi technique, you quote your estimation that how long you think that this will take for you to develop or code or test or analyze and design or develop the document. So this comes under estimation. Now ask me any question if you have quickly, guys. Over to you. Question, question, question. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you.
so
Yes.
any question, guys, please shoot.
Gaurav, I have a question. This estimation is done in sprint planning meeting, right?
Yes, yes,
Or
that's right.
okay.
Yeah.
But who gives this story points? Like developer gives it or everybody?
Everybody gives, means as per from your end what you decide how complex it
Okay.
is. When
Okay.
you will be giving the story complexity from business analyst point of view, someone will give from the developers point of view, someone will give from the QS point of view.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Any other question, guys? Okay, I'll take this as a no question, and I know that I have just ramped up because we are a bit behind the schedule. And so let me ask Prerna. So Prerna, the next chapter we will be getting into that is towards the business analysis. Do you want to start it, or should we continue to take it the next day? That is tomorrow. Prerna, the question is to you. I think she is speaking on mute. Okay, so guys, one more time, any question? I think Olu, do you have any question? Because to whom I have just requested not to ask, let me ask them if they have question.
No, I don't have any question. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So who else was asking question? Okay. Okay. So Prerna, do you want it to continue? You can unmute yourself and speak up, please. We are waiting for your response. Okay, let me ask you guys. Guys, you want to continue further? For a few
Gaurav,
more
let them
minutes?
take a call. Let them take a call.
Yeah,
Prerna,
guys.
just tell us like what will be there. I think just intro kind of small, and then I think that would be we'll know what we'll be doing in BA. That's it, I think.
Yeah, so I think this will be all about the BA. I mean, what is BA? What do we mean by business analysis? Why you need to be a business analyst? Why BA business analysts are required for the IT industry and all? So these all are required. What is the guideline for business analyst or something? So these all will be coming in the next chapter. But do you want it to start it today or something, or you want it to take ahead tomorrow? Okay, Neetu says tomorrow. Who else wanted tomorrow? So
Yeah,
raise a hand.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I think tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
yeah,
Tomorrow,
fresh, we
tomorrow.
can start
Tomorrow.
that topic.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I
So
took it
very
in rush
Yeah.
nice.
because
Tomorrow is
I,
Sunday night for them. So
yeah,
yeah, I guess tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a problem, guys. So yeah, so Prerna will inform you about tomorrow, and yeah, I'll also be joining. But yeah, definitely I'll taking this tomorrow, and most from the next week onward, we will reset the time. Okay, reset timing the previous or at the previous timing. Okay, so this is a quick information. I think recording is going on. Okay, so what we want now? Now this is time for attendance. So everyone, please go ahead and type in the WhatsApp group that what did you learn and how do you feel after it? Okay, so what do you feel like saying? I want to hear it into the WhatsApp group, and personally, I'm going to review each and everyone's
So
responses.
let me intervene a little bit, please.
Yeah, no problem.
I was discussing with Dave sir as he's in Bharat tour as of now. So you know that earlier you used to prepare the you have prepared the consolidated videos of all the topic discussions done by all the candidates. Like we have couple of videos sent on our PO and BA group as well. So I'll
Right.
encourage everyone to make as many videos as possible, because very soon Dev sir will again announce that we will also upload one more video. So as per Gaurav sir's availability, or if I could assist him on that, and we'll make. So buckle up, guys. Present yourself in the best form. Get dressed, have a good background, and share any of the topics. It's not necessary that you have to share today's topic. Any topic you feel comfortable, you want to speak about, relevant to BA, Scrum, Agile, you want to showcase yourself to the world, all the HRs in the world, please do it. Because right now, sir has so many meetings lined up with multiple HRs in other companies. So things are looking really great. So please take this opportunity, and we want you to shine on the Guru Schools channel along with getting placed. So yeah, thank you so much. Over to you,
Yeah.
Gaurav.
Yes, so one reference point is that like Malavika recently did it. Okay, she presented, and the way she has showcased her intense, research. Whether she researched, yeah, of course she researched. Okay, we did not teach her to. We just asked every one of you go ahead and explore these tools. And Malavika also went ahead and she explored the tool, and the way she came up with that what all can be done. You too can pick any topic. In fact, in the next day or next, not next day, next week, I'll be telling you the golden quadrant of learning. That involves all those steps that how you go ahead with the declaration with the anchor and then into the deep learning and then summarize it after 24 hours, whatever you have learned in a form of notes, and then drop it in a way, in a summarized video form, in a way from your end that 5 years old can understand. Guys, you are going to be customer space. You will be on a customer facing role. You will be facing customer directly. So this you have to do it. Okay, so that's the reason Preda was talking about this. So yeah, quick info. Now come back and go ahead and drop your quick experience in the WhatsApp group. What do you feel like saying? Thank you so much till then. Bye bye, take care, good night everyone, enjoy your Sunday. Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you.
you guys
Bye.
tomorrow.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Take care. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye-bye.